Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Rider Nation Station live stream broadcast of soccer. It all started last year, Dave. You and I went to Wapakoneta and live streamed the first ever soccer game. We finished last year with a regional final game for girls soccer played right here at Rough Rider Field, where unfortunately the Lady Riders lost to the Mansfield-Madison Rams 3-1. And we're back for 2021.
Absolutely. What a great year. I'm glad to see live streaming stay.
Yes.
That was awesome.
You know, live streaming has its place, and there's grandparents I know that are far away. I know I've heard from Oklahoma and Toledo, and so it's great that we're able to bring this to them so that they can watch their grandchildren. I know you've got a lot of following from your former players that like to tune in and see how Rough Rider soccer is going. And just for the average fan who doesn't get a chance to get out here to Rough Rider Field and watch this great game of soccer. We were just commenting before we went on the air, that regional final game, we had 3.1 thousand views, but you ain't seen nothing yet, because the game before the regional semifinal eclipsed 7,000. So soccer, you know, and the Rider Nation Station broadcast have really come along in making this game become a little more popular in St. Mary's, Ohio.
Absolutely. And I met so many people throughout this year who just didn't even know about our facility at Rough Rider Field, that we had something as beautiful as this.
And it is a beautiful facility. It's a beautiful night. We don't have any harvests going on behind us yet, but that will be in a couple of weeks. And we will be bringing the remaining 4 games after tonight for the boys. And Monday we've got Van Wert, and then the following week, Thursday, September 23rd, we have Shawnee invading Rough Rider Field. Shawnee sits right now at 2-0 in the league, sitting number 2 behind Elida, who's 2-0-1. And Shawnee is 6-1-0 overall. So they should be coming in and continuing to be that perennial powerhouse in the league.
Oh, absolutely. Coach Quatman's got a great team, and it'll be a great game.
Okay, at this time, we will take a break for the honoring of our nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. You know, I wish we could have got a vantage point of this, but on the practice field, it's so awesome that we've got kids that are playing in a game. I think it's our rec league, and
yes.
They're competing against a team in green, and it's inevitable whenever that game is going on and we start the national anthem, the game stops, they turn to the flag, hand over heart, and they honor America. So something to be
awesome.
Quite proud of with our youth.
Very proud that that's our junior high team playing, so that's awesome.
Starting lineups for head coach Josh Van Gorder for the Spencerville Bearcats. Number 3, Ryan Caverman's the captain. Number 4, Carter Ringwald. Number 6, A.J. Boop. Number 7, Emerson Lehman, captain. Number 8, Will Gillespie, captain. Number 9, Josh Hinline. 11, Isaiah Stewart. Number 12, Brendan Lehman. Number 15, Joel Van Gorder, captain. 16, Bo Miller. And number 25, Brody Vasquez. Coach Van Gorder, Bearcats 3-3. Now introducing the St. Mary's Memorial Riders starters. Number 1, senior Joey Vanderhorst. Number 2, junior Quinn Holtzapple. Number 4, junior A.J. Daringer. Number 7, he's a freshman, Vincent Holtzapple. Number 11, sophomore Wyatt Chapman. Number 13, a freshman, Braden Keller. Number 15, a junior, Jack Hertenstein. Number 24, a junior, Easton Kraft. Number 35, a sophomore, Cody Burt. Wearing number 26, Reese Triplett. And in the goals, wearing 00, Caden Ballweg, sophomore. Captains, Joey Vanderhorst, Quinn Holtzapple, head coach, Josh Hertenstein. His assistants are Pat Larkin, James Holtzapple, and Mike Wilson. Coach Hertenstein, St. Mary's Memorial Rough Riders overall, 4-1-1, 2-1-0 in the league. And Dave, that loss just came earlier this week to OG, 2-1. And ever since I knew you, I've known you, you told me that's the rivalry. That's where anything can happen. And it does. So, unfortunately, traveled to Ottawa and lost it 2-1.
Last year we came back and won the game in the last 7 minutes. So, you see everything.
I think we had 3 quick goals, if I am remembering correctly. Well, here we go. Joey Vanderhorst controlling things, crossing midfield.
Nice ball.
Easton Kraft cleared away by Spencerville. Deep ball, number 16, Bo Miller.
See how we play out of the back.
Ballwig restarts things to midfield.
And it's a little bit different lineup than what I've seen so far this season, so I'm interested to see what we do.
And I think part of the reason we've got a little bit different lineup, I believe we've taken some injuries, Dave, and we've got a chance to rest a couple people. I know we've got somebody awaiting some results. And also want to give a shout-out to Trey Leatherman, who's at home watching our broadcast. And this shout-out comes from your team, Trey. Wishing you best of luck with recovery. And we had a lot of fun watching you perform last year. And here's to a speedy recovery for you, Trey. Here's your shout-out.
Absolutely. He had a great season last year and would have had a great senior year.
Hertenstein finds Kraft on the left side. Gets by a defender into the middle.
Nice turn.
Chapman.
Nice turn.
Vanderhorst is different. He is a beast from outside. Hertenstein with a left footer, one bounce, and controlled by the Spencerville goalie.
Good opportunity. Like to see a little bit more power on the shot, but nice opportunity.
As I was talking about Joey Vanderhorst, he is not afraid to unload from deep, and he's got the foot strength to do so.
It's the accuracy that's so cool. The power is there, but it's not overwhelming. It's just pinpoint.
This is the first soccer game that I've got to see for the boys. The Rider Nation Station crew had difficulty with scheduling for the early part of the season, and St. Mary's is 4-1-1, 6 games into it, and it's going to be fun to see what they do tonight.
Absolutely, and it's a big game for Spencerville to play a top WBL team in I think their 5th or 6th years of existence. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so they are definitely coming out of the infancy of being a high school sport team. Spencerville, part of the Northwest Conference. Again, they are 3-3 on the season. Coach Josh Van Gorder's Bearcats beat Fort Jennings 7-0, Lincoln View 4-1, Fairlawn 8-1. They lost to Bluffton 6-0, but Bluffton year in, year out is a very powerful team. Jackson Center, they lost 3-1. And Dave, I think a score that was a little surprising to you, to Botkins 1-0.
1-0, and Bluffton's a top 10 team this year, so 6-0, and that's pretty good. So.
And Dave, I think as we did last year for the very first game that we live streamed at Wapakoneta, which is an unbelievable facility to broadcast from. Hopefully we can do a little education, and when I say we, I mean you. And I'll ask a couple questions of what's going on, and I know that we got a lot of positive feedback from first-time viewers or people that just don't really understand, comprehend the game because it's kind of new to them. So we'll try to point out some things as to what's going on, why it's going on. And the one thing to point out is this game is being officiated by just one official.
It is one of the sad parts of both COVID and everything else, and just the lack of referees in all sports. It's taking its toll. And COVID, there's 3 referees out right now that can't ref, and it's really causing some issues.
We talked about the pandemic, but, a pandemic to a lot lesser degree is exactly what you spoke of.
Yes.
Are there going to be officials to officiate and accommodate all of the sports that we have?
It is so hard to get them. Because you need them to start at the youth level, and it can be pretty brutal to referee down there. So it's
you better
tough.
have some thick skin if you're going to try this.
Absolutely, and we need them. And we need. I needed a lot of my former players to start reffing, which we do have, but I wish there was more.
And we have 2 great shows that are football centric.
Good ball.
11 with the shot blocked by Holtzapfel, cleared out by Holtzapfel.
Spencerville, this first 6 minutes, has done a really good job of possessing and building up. We've been a little bit more direct, and they're actually a build-up team. I like what it's seen. That was a great ball. Should finish.
That's unbelievable.
Nice.
Absolute textbook demonstration put on with the assist by A.J. Daringer. Perfectly passed ball to the number 24 Easton Kraft on the fly. Put it in the right corner goal at the 34-32 mark. St. Mary's 1-0. You can't draw that up any better.
You just had a great build-up to get their scoring opportunity, and then on the counterattack, because they were all upfield, we got that one behind the defender, put the ball between 2 defenders, and just ran onto it. Very nice. Beautiful. Well executed. See how Spencerville responds.
And prior to that play developing, I was talking about 2 of the shows that we have on Rider Nation Station, the Bo Fry Show and Rules of the Game. Bo Fry just got done prior to our coming on for the soccer game. But on Rules of the Game with Mark Sisko, he talks about the officiating issue that we have. And he says one of the things that's...
Good ball in the middle.
One of the things that's getting more difficult is there's a lot of longevity with officials, which means they're getting older.
Yes.
They're getting slower. But the football players are getting faster.
All sports.
And so trying to keep up is difficult. So I know that John Derryberry has done a good job in Wapak of recruiting some high school kids to get their officiating license for football, doing lower-level games. And soon they'll be able to do some varsity games, and that's what it's going to take at all levels.
It does, because they have to get experience, and like I said, it can be brutal getting that experience, because at the youth level, especially on the soccer side, it's the wild, wild west.
So, Dave, let's talk about soccer here as far as strategy. It probably, for some people, is a head-scratcher that you go backwards, and we just saw that. And what is the importance of going backwards?
You go where the least amount of resistance is. Just water, it goes there, and so do soccer. You're looking for the easiest pass and where you can find open ground. And sometimes going back is quicker than going forward.
And one of the passes that will be made is the drop back to the goalie.
To basically reset the field, pull the team to you, open up space. Soccer's a game played in space. The more open space you have, the better opportunity. We had a great score because we opened up space on the counterattack, slipped behind 2 defenders, and it's awesome.
There was a nice throw and a nice header by Will Gillespie, who it was a nice header, but into the awaiting hands of Caden Ballwig. And I think one thing that probably it's universally known is that the goalie can pick the ball up.
Yes.
However, when the ball is dropped back from a pass to the goalie,
It's a rule that is hard for some people to understand. The rule's real clear. If you intentionally pass the ball with your foot to the goalie, he can't pick it up. It has to be intentional, and it has to be with the foot. So any other way back to him, or you just tried to clear it, or you just kicked it and it goes to the goalie, that's not a back pass. But you had to intentionally mean for the ball to go to the goalie.
And there was a beautiful anticipation and step up by number 26, Reese Triplett, to take that ball away. And we're now in transition for Easton Craft to the middle. One bounce, but defended well by Spencerville. There's Daringer, but taken away again by number 25, Brody Vasquez. Again, the score is St. Mary's 1, Spencerville 0. Came about the 34 mark. Goal by Easton Craft with the assist by A.J. Daringer.
Absolutely. And Triplett has been playing goalie all season. This is the first time I've seen him on the field. So, different lineup.
Yep.
And that's what you should be doing, to get a look and rest players and see where you're at as a team. So
substitutions for St. Mary's. David Vermouth comes in. Number 20. Number 12, Connor Milner Sr. comes in. And I missed the third.
It's McLean.
Marcus McLean checks in.
Yep, number 36.
Speaking of Connor Milner, he had a pretty nice offensive night, I believe, against Wapakoneta with a couple goals.
Nicely done through the middle.
Wormuth.
Yep.
Nice
ball. He's our foreign
ball.
exchange student, I believe. Isn't he?
I do not know.
What is his name?
David Wormuth.
I don't know. Maybe not. I just haven't seen him before.
So we've got our first corner kick. Here's Vanderhorst. He's spot on. Left side header by Holtzappel.
Looks pretty
up
good.
And over the crossbar.
Liked it. It was uncontested. I'd like to see us come in for more of a run. He was pretty stationary.
So number 2, Quinn Holtzappel Jr. His hair is a little throwback for me to Adam Tobin. Yeah, I had to do a second look because of the hair.
Yep, definitely.
Adam graduated last year, set records with goals and playing for Defiance.
So excited for his career up there. Spencerville's organized. I like what they're doing. They're keeping the lanes pretty closed up in the short court as it is, and they're playing aggressive.
I believe McLean with the throw in there finds Chapman.
But we have settled down and definitely have the possession. Oh, nice.
Boy,
Big
he's got
shooter.
great footwork and ready with the shot.
It was. I would have liked to seen that hard to the near post. High or low, just high to the near post.
Punted away by Spencerville goalie. Chested by number 7, working against Vanderhorst. Vanderhorst gets a foot on it, disturbing the offensive play for the Bearcats.
He's a nice player. The 7's doing a good job of holding, but he's holding it way too long.
And stolen away by Jack Hertenstein to Chapman. Ball goes without Chapman. Cleared away by the Bearcats.
See how they do on the counter. They know what they want to do. Oh, hit it outside. Hit it outside. That's where he was headed.
Left.
That's where he was headed. That's a good build-up. Nice job by our defense to snuff it out.
When the time is right, we'll have Dave explain the call that's probably most misunderstood by people who know the sport and don't know the sport. Offside.
Yeah, it's I get confused sometimes what the ref's calling and what he's not calling.
Substitution for Coach Josh Van Gorder coming in back to the pitch. Number 3, Ryan Coverman, and number 11, Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah, Spencerville's does a nice job of playing an attractive game, and they're playing with quite a bit of effort. So.
And what they're not playing with, Dave, is a lot of seniors. I see one senior listed on the roster.
Wow.
Joel Van Gorder.
Wow. That's going to be
so
very good for them.
Definitely a junior-laden team. A lot of freshmen participating as well on the senior roster. The JV game was won by St. Mary's. They played Ottoville, Spencerville without a JV team. And the St. Mary's JVs won very handily. This ball scooped up by Ballwig.
And they're playing a traditional sweep, stop, marked up outside. It's a traditionally defense instead of a flat back. They're playing more with a sweep and a stop. But their middle is open. Chapman's won in that open space a couple times.
Daringer tried to find Chapman. Interrupted by the Bearcat defense.
And I think Spencerville's finding the physicality of us. I mean, us, Salino, OG are different teams than some of the other finesse teams.
Stolen away by McLean. Drops back to Holtzapple. Then he finds Kraft. A little bit of a shove beforehand.
Yep.
So that's the first foul. So there are fouls in the contest, and that leads to a free kick for the
And this is direct,
Rough
so
Riders.
it can directly go in from the kick. Indirect has to touch somebody before it can go in. It doesn't matter who it touches. If the goalie tries to save it and it hits him and goes in, it's a goal. But if it goes straight in and when it's indirect, it's not a goal. Good
line
shot.
drive shot into the middle by Vanderhorst. McLean trying to settle. It's going to go out on him. Throw in for the Bearcats. First, we're going to have substitutions for St. Mary's. Number 13, Braden Keller checks back into the pitch for Coach Hertenstein. Number 35, Cody Burt. And 24 checked in.
Yeah, it's
back in, Easton Kraft. Had a couple Spencerville substitutes. I apologize as I missed those. Again, St. Mary's 4-1-1 this week. They lost to league rival OG 2-1, trying to avenge that loss. With the Bearcats tonight, they have Van Wert Monday night, September 20th, and as we alluded to, a big game, September 23rd, as Shawnee comes to Rough Rider Field.
Direct. That's something new. Oh, bad pass. He saved it.
Tries to chip it up and in. No, that was just about a foot wide of curling in.
Oh.
So a little miscommunication between the defender and the goalkeeper, and almost cost a tying goal by the Bearcats.
And they're both young. They're both sophomores. This is a learning experience at the varsity speed. And give some credit to, I think he's the captain for Spencerville. That was pretty good. A good effort. Yeah, it's the first time they've rent direct. They've built up every other time. So interesting if they switch to a direct attack, which they seem to be doing.
That was a nice left-footed pass by Josh Henline, Jr.
Yeah.
He placed her where he wanted to, was looking for number 18, Jaron Binkley, who is one of the recent subs that checked in for Coach Josh Van Gorder that I missed. Returning to the lineup is the only senior on the roster, Joel Van Gorder, captain.
Good throw.
Throw in by Ringwald, just over the top of the head of Gillespie. Senior captain Vanderhorst.
Yes. Nice. Go. Cover the middle. Good
Cleared out by Cody
Cody
Burt to the right side to Marcus McLean down the line.
Right idea.
Deflected
Take a quick
out
throw.
by Boop for Spencerville.
Go. Oh, there you go.
And that's something to talk about there, too. As soon as it's acknowledged that it's your throw, and sometimes it doesn't even have to be acknowledged that it's your throw.
No,
as
just
soon as you
grab the
take
ball
possession
and
by
go.
the ball, you can immediately throw in, or you can take your time.
If the referee decides it wasn't yours, he'll call it back. And if he doesn't, you take it and go quick. It just depends what the advantage is. If there's an advantage there, you want to take it. And if you don't, you want to wait and build up. They are definitely going direct at our center.
That was close.
Yeah.
Well defended by number 2, Quinn Holtzapfel. But if that was a couple inches over his head, number 16 was off to the races, Bo
Or just
Miller.
to the left or right. I mean, another foot either side, and he's through because we were caught flat-footed. This is a change. The first 20 minutes in and probably 15, they were playing more of a possession, attack, build-up, and now they're going a little bit more direct. Their coach has either seen something he likes or noticed that he's not having good opportunities with the build-up. He's only got one scoring chance out of the build-up, and so far I've seen 2 with the direct attack.
So there's strategy to this game.
Absolutely. No different than a spread team in football or the wing tee. Everybody has a plan, and the wing and fling or whatever you change to do different things, the gun and run, teams will adapt. Some stay the same in soccer. OG for years had one style. They threw the ball out and chased it. And had a lot of success. They had some great athletes.
Just tried to do a nice little give and go from Cody Bird to Easton Kraft, but just let it a little too much, rolled out. Let's talk about that aspect right there, too. You can play the ball on the line.
Absolutely, but if that would have been a regular refereeing combo, he'd have called that out of bounds because it did completely cross the line. But as both coaches understand, he's only going to be able to see so much as a single referee and going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So,
and I think that is a little bit of a foreign concept to people that ball can be on the line. It
absolutely.
Can be 99% on the line, and it's still a live ball.
Live ball, and no different with you can have your feet just barely on the line when you throw it in because it's part of the field. It's the way it works out.
Kraft.
A lot different than turn, shoot.
Daringer.
There you go. Nice job.
Nice job, A.J. Daringer with the goal there. And he knew that the goalie was thinking right, and he was patient enough to watch that movement. And so then he put it to the opposite post.
Absolutely. But a lot of that, when it came in, the defender got it first and poorly cleared, and then we took advantage of it.
So Easton Kraft with the goal about the 34-minute mark with an assist by A.J. Daringer. And at the 18:21 mark, A.J. Daringer with a goal of his own.
Absolutely.
Want to take time to thank those who allow this to happen for Rider Nation Station and the viewers. Glass Daringer Investment, VFW 9289, Ugly's Equipment Rental, Guarneri's
great
Pizzeria,
ball. Great ball.
Vogel's Bake Shop, and Minster Bank. Those are just a few of our sponsors who allow us to do what we love to do for Rough Rider Sports.
Seeing a lot of our ability to split defenders with our runs and passes. Chapman did a really good job there. Definitely, as he gets older and he gets a little bit more physical maturity, he's going to be a monster to try to cover. That was beautiful. Very good.
And Wyatt Chapman, a sophomore. So you're right. Yeah. He's got a lot of learning to do left in his high school days. And we just had a second corner. Joey Vanderhorst tried to place it high and placed it behind the
only bad
goal.
thing that can happen on a corner kick, not come in bounds. So good back. See, nice. Good overlap. Hard cross. Nope, going to go to line.
Okay, there's a term, Dave, that we need to explain. I know when Howie was first playing for you and you kept yelling overlap, and after the game I'm like, what do you mean overlap? So, and it's a very simple concept, and if you follow the game of basketball, you might understand a little bit when he explains this.
Yeah, overlap means that you're going to run to the left or right, lapping around them, so that you can go to open space that we talk about all the time in soccer. Oh, be careful. But, yeah, you want to make an overlapping run and open up space, give him options to the outside. Plus, it makes the defender have to decide whether he's going to stay with the ball or go with the man that's getting open. And it's no different than basketball.
Where you're going to have an overload in a corner.
Yes.
But you know, the one thing is what they're looking for. You've got that defender coming on a dead sprint.
Yes.
And if he gets a good ball to him, he's off to the races because the defense, A, has to make a choice, like you said, and B, they're not at that same sprint speed that the overlapper is.
Absolutely. And the other part of the overlap is it gives you options to open up the space, to give you things to do. What you do off the ball is more important in my mind than what you do on the ball.
Okay, Jack Hertenstein just got called, I think, for basically playing the ball. He was on the ground, and you can't play the ball when you're on the ground.
You just have to do it in a manner where you don't put yourself or another player in danger.
So if there's nobody around,
or you fall down, they're behind you, you play it, get back up, that's fine. It's just if your position on the ground is going to endanger you or another player, then it's dangerous play.
So there's a call right there that, I think a lot of people are like, there's not a lot of physicality in the game of soccer. And right there was a pretty good shoulder-to-shoulder collision that the referee actually ended up calling a foul on. But you can go shoulder to shoulder as long as you don't lift the wing out.
And that's what he did. He got his arm, and there was a little bit of pushing inside. The game the other night, I guarantee I didn't get to see it up there at OG, but there was some pounding of bodies. There always is.
McLean, Wormuth, and Triplett back in for Coach Hertenstein's Riders.
Nice. Get across. Good ball.
To the middle, to Daringer.
Right there.
It was a greatly placed ball.
Spencerville their sweep is getting sucked outside, and he's trapping. It's a terrible if your sweep leaves that middle because they're not getting beat on the outside. He's just going over when he shouldn't, and they're leaving Daringer wide open in the middle.
He was wide open.
Yeah, the sweeper's got to stay home. If you're going to play a sweep with a stop, you gotta stay home. Good opportunity.
Chapman to Milner.
Yep, again, sweeps
Milner
come
just
over.
didn't get the hips turned and
Did a little bit better job there. Outside mid and the outside defender did get back into it. The stop was there, so it helps. But they got to do a better job. If St. Mary's is going to score quite a few goals, they keep trapping to the ball.
that last shot attempt by Milner, that was all set up by heading the ball, pass with a good lead pass to a sprinting Milner down the right side.
Absolutely.
He just shot it, didn't get those hips turned when he did shoot it, and went wide right.
Nice
Great
ball.
pass by number 20, Wermuth.
Yep.
Milner. Back to McLean. McLean gets bumped from behind. No call.
Nice. Good
Tries
ball
to get it to the
in.
middle. Chapman's still digging for it, but finally
there's
brought out
a great
by
example.
the Spencerville Bearcats.
He played it on the ground, but he didn't endanger himself or the other player and continued on. That's awesome.
That well played by number 7, Emerson Lehman, captain, junior for Coach Josh Van Gorder.
They got a really nice core for next year as seniors. So
nice gamesmanship, sportsmanship.
Absolutely.
Joey Vanderhorst and number 16, Bo Miller, collided. Joey went down, and Bo Miller helped him back
we got
up.
a corner.
Let me ask you this, Dave, on a corner. So it went out on as our viewing, the left side.
Yes.
Does he have to take it on the left side?
Yes. Yes.
Is there ever a chance where you've got an option?
No.
Okay.
I mean, if it goes dead center, you go right, the ref's probably not going to stop you. But there's no opportunity to switch sides.
Because obviously if you're right-footed dominant, you would want to go to a specific side.
Absolutely.
But I think Joey can kick left and right-footed no problem, so it doesn't depend too much.
You always
on that
like to have an in-swinger. I always liked out-swinger because I would just start deeper, and as it swung out, I could make a better header. I struggled with in-swingers. I liked the out-swinger better, but majority of players like the in-swinger because it headed towards the goal.
That ball might be part of harvest in a week there. That was cleared out.
Our tree line has grown up quite nice.
But there's still a lot of air because that ball made it to the wheat field.
Yep. It's a good half for us. A lot of younger players getting in. Some good scoring chances.
Scooped up.
And not a super physical game, so hopefully it stays that way and we don't get anybody hurt. We're kind of thin now.
I believe the goalkeeper for Spencerville is Brennan Lehman.
He's done a good job.
Nice job collecting that one, punting away.
Both goals, there's not a lot he could have done. Oh.
Little push.
Yeah, and he called it. That's
okay, so here's the scoring opportunity for the Rough Riders from that foul, because we mentioned earlier Joey has a very strong, and you depicted it better than I did, accurate leg.
This is well within his range. I would think he's going to go far post, but if I were him, I'd go upper 90 near post because their wall is not going to.
It's kind of deep, isn't it?
It's way deep, but he went short for. Now he takes the shot. Okay.
And that was probably a set play there?
Yeah, that's most likely something they worked on the training grounds and saw something that they liked and thought they may be able to take advantage of it. We'll probably see it again, and maybe it'll be executed a little bit better, or they would see what they were looking for originally. Maybe Spencerville just changed where they were standing. So, and that's a lot of it. Shoot, Joey.
Joey does fire. It's going to be high over the crossbar.
That's the shot I've been looking for.
Substitutions for the Rough Riders, number 4, 15, and 23. 6. Triplet, A.J. Daringer and Jack Hertenstein all check in. For Spencerville, number 9, Josh Henline returns. And I believe seeing action for the first time, number 13, Josh Watkins.
So,
one thing failed to mention, it's Hawaiian night tonight. As I take a look down at the coaching staff for St. Mary's and some of the other fans and the public address announcer, Lance Ibrahim, they're all in their Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah, that's what something that Coach Hertenstein's introduced is some of these theme nights, which I think it's pretty cool.
Yep.
I like it. Not my cup of tea, but I like it.
It's close to Hawaii here.
Yeah.
Vanderhorst. Ball kicked out by number 3, Coverman.
Don't think we have quite the beach front that they have in Hawaii.
Deep ball. Trying to find Daringer. Daringer chases it down.
Nice work, Daringer.
To Triplet.
And
Triplet splits 2 defenders.
Last year he played a lot of defense, and this year he's much more in the attack in the midfield. It's nice to see, and he's playing up front quite a bit. Nice Spencerville turn. Good job, Jack. Good. Watch it. He's offsides.
Stolen away by Chapman.
Yeah, number 7.
Chapman trying to find Daringer. Gets on the inside of the defender. Blocked by number 6, Boop.
Yeah, he just held the ball. Number 7's upset. He just held it too long. If he'd have put it through, they had a good opportunity. So
Triplet goes down hard.
Should be White's ball.
No foul.
No,
just
it's just a throw
went down
in.
on his own, and going to be a throw-in for the Bearcats. Again, like to thank the following sponsors: Plus One Realty Professionals, Albert Sporting Goods, American Legion Post 323, Fowler's TV, Eagles Lodge 767, and Speckman Automotive. Tell them thanks. Frequent their business often.
Nice ball.
And they make things happen for Rider Nation.
Good. Very nice. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Very nicely done.
Kraft gets it turned, left side, brings it to the middle, far right side. He lofted it up high. Going to be out on Cody Burt, who was chasing it down.
Very nice. That was well done. I'd like to see him a little bit crisper cross, a little bit more flattened out, but right opportunity.
Bo Kyler, number 2 for Spencerville, checks in. He's a freshman.
Man, they throw the ball pretty good. Got good arms. Direct.
Tried to get a lead ball from number 16, Bo Miller.
Didn't have anybody up top. He's going to do that. You got to have him closer to the defender. He was way too far back. And I don't think this is something that's part of their regular game plan.
Vanderhorst to Kraft. Kraft on the left side. Going to bring it to the top to Chapman. Chapman settles it, tries to turn.
Nice turn.
Defended well by the Bearcats as they clear it out. Going to be a throw-in for Joey Vanderhorst.
He learns to make that turn and get the shot between legs. He's going to be dangerous. He turns well. He's just got to start seeing his lane of attack for the ball flight.
Vanderhorst into the middle. Cleared out by the Bearcats, but into the awaiting foot of Chapman. Chapman back to Vanderhorst. Vanderhorst fires. Going to be hard and high and over the upper 90, right 90. Goal kick for Bearcats.
I'd like to see that a little bit more.
Another freshman checking in for Josh Van Gorder's Spencerville Bearcats. Number 5, Carson Van Gorder.
What a great opportunity for them to get some young players, some experience at the varsity level against a top WBL team. Great for them. Because they play Bluffton as part of their league. So
We usually play Bluffton early on.
We did.
We don't have Bluffton
We don't
anymore?
have them on our schedule anymore. We lost
Nice
Bluffton,
ball, Derringer to
Kalida.
Chapman. Chapman fires one scoop, and there is Brennan Lehman to cover it up.
And Napoleon. Those were three of the early games that used to be able to give us an idea what was going on and set the tone for the season.
Nice job, Vinny Holtzapple.
We opened with Bluffton for like 4 years in a row.
Keller, fancy footwork to Hertenstein. Hertenstein with a pass to a spot. Kraft
Yes.
comes up with it, finds
Shooter.
Vanderhorst. Vanderhorst fires on the ground. Stopped again by
Pick a
Brennan
corner.
Lehman, sophomore goalkeeper for Spencerville.
Nice shot. Loved it, but pick a corner. Good job, Cody. Stepping up. Oh, nice. Nice.
Kraft. Burt
Back
tried to
outside.
find him.
Nice run. That's beautiful run outside.
So there was a good example of what you talked about earlier. Number 7 slid onto the ground. That
Yep.
would be Emerson Lehman, and played that ball, but nobody, and he kicked it as he was sliding.
Absolutely.
And nobody was around, so it's not a dangerous play. He can do that and move
Second time he's done it where he's played it on the ground and not been called because he's doing it in a safe way. Everybody, you hear it, especially at the youth level, screaming, "Can't play it when you're down." Yeah, yes, you can.
on. Nice
Oh,
lead pass
nice idea.
from number 7, Emerson Lehman, and number 15, Joel Van Gorder.
He's made a lot of good passes, and that's been good. Just not getting enough. They don't really have a center forward to link up with yet.
Public address announcer Lance Ibrahim announced under 2 minutes.
Wow, that's went quick.
Yes, it has. St. Mary's possessing that 2-0 score on the Schaff Auto Sales scoreboard.
Nice. Look at number 7. He's got
He's
nice
got some wheels,
pace.
doesn't he?
He
Emerson
gets
Lehman.
frustrated, which he shouldn't. I mean, look, just relax, man. Use your speed. Put it down. Your teammates will get there. Play on. Play on.
Those are a couple of my favorite words in the game of soccer.
Yes. Advantage is this is one of the only games where you can commit a foul and it not be a foul and everybody's okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, advantage. I don't want you to stop for something petty while I'm breaking away to the goal because you tugged my jersey. Keep tugging and I'll keep running.
Yep.
At least in the American game in high school, you watch some of the Europeans and they fall down like a feather hit them. They act like a sledgehammer hit them. Hate diving. Man, they're just playing so direct and they're just not getting their forwards deep enough for that to be a good option.
Well, as we're concluding this first half of action here, I want to round out our final 5 sponsors. Auglaze Audiology, Rabel's Auto Service, American Manufacturing Solutions, Spees Chiropractic, and Miller Funeral Home. Well, a very competitive and entertaining first 40 minutes of action here at Rough Rider Field that allows the St. Mary's Memorial Rough Riders to sport a 2-0 lead over the Spencerville Bearcats. We'll take a break, come back right before the last 40 minutes, talk about the first half, and bring you the rest of the contest. We'll be right back after this.
St. Mary's Memorial High School would like to thank Grand Lake Health.
Mainly storage.
And Landon Boom Boom Shack.
Alrighty, Dave, we're back here for the last 40 minutes of action. Rough Rider Field, beautiful night
gorgeous.
overlooking Rough Rider Field. We're on top, the dugout, and we've got the moon. We've got a beautiful skyline, and just a great night for soccer. St. Mary's was able to score twice in the first 40 minutes. Easton Kraft with the first goal, A.J. Daringer with the second. What adjustments do you think that Coach Josh Van Gorder was talking about with his troops?
I'm interested to see he's went to a more flat back four, so he's changed his look a little bit instead of the diamond, and I think he's looking to get more attack. He's down, so I think he's throwing a little bit of caution to the wind, and we'll see. Now they've dropped more to a diamond, but to start they were definitely in a flat, so we'll see. I think, yeah, they're going to play more of a flat to try to push his wings up, so definitely be more attack-oriented. Yep, the definitely wings are playing up and two center backs, so.
You know, Dave, we were talking just as halftime came that Coach Van Gorder's team is comprised, the starting lineup, 1 senior, 5 juniors, 3 sophomores, and 2 freshmen. So he's got a young team.
Yes.
But when I look at the roster that started tonight, we started 1 senior. Got a handful of juniors, and we've got 2 freshmen who started as well. And we've got a couple injuries, and we've got a couple guys that are getting recuperated right now, and also want to take the time again to give Trey Leatherman another shout-out, as A.J. Daringer was going for a second goal, but smothered by goalkeeper Lehman. Trey Leatherman was in shout-out from his teammates, and we obliged, and he's going to be out for the rest of the season. We wish Trey well with his recovery, and hopefully he gets to watch the Riders play during that recovery, either in person or here on Rider Nation Station.
I think what the Spencerville coach was trying to do was he realized he was vulnerable in the middle by having the sweeper get pulled out and taken to the ball. So he's trying to play 2 in the middle to hold that back door and not give those scoring, like both our goals were scored because of sweeper getting pulled. So I'm interested to see how it works out, because we are playing wider, and look in the center, there isn't as much open space. So we'll see how that turns out.
Number 13, Braden Keller, is one of those freshmen I was speaking of who starts for Coach Herstein. And he's got some speed, playing great from that left defender position. And the other freshman for Coach Hertenstein that started tonight was Vinny Holtzapfel.
Wide over the end line.
Lehman going to have a goal kick for the ball going out. Last by St. Mary's. Checking in for Spencerville is number 10, Braxton McMichael, sophomore.
First 4 minutes of the game, we've definitely stayed in their end. But their defense is set up differently, and we really haven't gotten any scoring chances.
Neat little flip pass from Kraft.
Oh, good ball. Be a shooter. Right idea.
And the freshman Keller is a little wide right, but he didn't have to think twice about that opportunity.
Definitely should be a shooter. Interested to see how Spencerville plays this, whether they're going to go short or long. They got, going long.
Settled down by Hertenstein.
Yep. Oh, man, they're playing hard. Oh, 15's through if he can get the ball. Oh. Good, back
got
to
him
7.
stopped.
Now 7 needs to look and pass. Good. Make the run. Right
and there's
idea.
Keller.
Yep. That was
Keller
a right
playing
idea.
some stellar defense. Chapman with some wheels. He's dribbling down the left side, trying to find Kraft. Back to the middle. Wanted to find Joey Vanderhorst right in the center. Pass was a little off.
Good. No, give it to him. Give it to him. Oh, man. 7's making some nice runs. They just haven't been able to connect.
And a little bit of thievery by Jack Hertenstein.
Yes.
Riders are in transition. Kraft with some nice speed. Tries to get it to the middle right in front of the goalie. It was a great idea to Daringer on the right side, but
Absolutely,
a little
but
too close to the Spencerville goalie.
Well, Spencerville's defense is different now. Now they're marked up on Daringer, and there's no open space in the middle. So definitely a good tactical change by Spencerville's coach. See how it holds up. See if his players can execute it. Yep. Good.
Left foot coming from Vanderhorst into the middle, and there's
Shooter.
Hertenstein. Yes!
Yep.
Beautiful
Very nice,
assist from the
very
left
nice.
foot of Joey Vanderhorst to the awaiting scorer, Jack Hertenstein, at the 34-34 mark. Brings the score for St. Mary's to 3-0 goals for Spencerville. That was textbook as well, Dave.
The change was in the first half we were crossing it across about the 6 or 7 yard line because they were open. Here the defenders stayed with them, so we passed it out to about the 15-18 where our midfielders were coming in and taking an uncontested shot. Well executed, very nice.
Good job. The speed of Easton Kraft to get down the left side, get the ball to Joey Vanderhorst. Knew that left foot pass was coming, and he put it right on the money. And there was Jack Hertenstein to put it right on the money for that third Rough Rider goal.
Give up a corner. I think it's their first corner.
I believe so too, Dave.
I'll be interested to see what they do. They're bringing up. They're bringing up number 4. Yeah. Nope. Okay, they're setting up far post. Probably going to run near post with 2 or 3 and then drop back. Yep, pretty much a spread. Oh, man. Nice. Cross it again. Which he does. Back door.
Nope.
Beautiful job by, can't see who that was.
I think it was Cody Burt.
It was Cody. Yep, it definitely was Cody. Well done.
Cody got up in the air, used his head, and got that ball out.
Yes, definitely.
There he is still defending.
Yep. Number 7. Now look outside. You got help. There you go.
Dave, back to corner kicks. If any team wants to, they can bring every player up to the line, can't they?
Absolutely. I've done it where my goalie was down there because a tie meant nothing or losing 1-0. I'll take the tie. So we'll send the kitchen sink, as it used to be said for us.
And when can they cross the 18?
They can cross the 18 anytime they want.
So they do not have to wait for the ball to be kicked?
No. On a corner kick, you stand on the goal line if you want. There is no waiting. A lot of teams set up at the 18 and make runs in there, but there's no requirement.
So they could put every player in front of the
absolutely.
the goal box.
Absolutely. And it's so exciting when you see a goalie score on one of those. It's it's awesome. So, and you see it in Europe and just at every level of play because it's part of the game.
You know, that was a nice display that you just saw there of the defense being great passers, working the back line and reversing the ball from the west side of the field all the way over to the east side of the field.
And doing it with confidence, willing to make that pass while being contested, willing to make that pass through open space. But Spencerville's put on a pretty good show.
Boy, that was a nice free kick by Holtzapfel. That was Quinn Holtzapfel there. And, boy, if he just could have connected a little bit with somebody making a run in front of the goalie, that would have been well executed.
It was a little bit more direct than you would have liked, but
it was a strong foot.
Yes, definitely.
Number 18 for Spencerville, Jaron Binkley, a junior, checks in.
Yeah, so they definitely have changed their defense. So I give some credit to the coach who's trying to come up with a plan to get them back in the game. It's excellent. Their effort's good.
Kraft. This is where it was dangerous last time. Gets the ball to Chapman. Chapman loses it, still digging for it.
Fighting.
Get the proper spacing.
Good.
Hertenstein, who just scored the last goal for St. Mary's.
A little ambitious on the pass, but it was the right pass. Too much. Yep. No.
Oh, it's still on that line. We talked about that before. You can play that ball. Oh!
So I guarantee there was a parent goes, he passed it to the goalie. No, he didn't. He didn't intentionally do that.
Goalie hands always need to be ready and active, and a good thing they were there because it ricocheted off number 3 right into the hands of the goalie.
I heard somebody scream over there, he can't touch it. Yeah, he can, because that wasn't intentional.
Nope.
It's definitely played with the feet, but it was not.
Oh, nice ball by Kraft to Chapman. Chapman fires. Stopped by goalkeeper Lehman for the Bearcats.
He should have took one more touch and then just slotted far post, turn it sideways. He tried to shoot power near post. It's very rare that's going to score at this level, but he had a little bit more time, but he maybe he didn't feel it. Didn't understand that he had more time. And that's tough.
An absence of white shirts there.
Yeah. Spencerville's it's winding down a little bit. They don't quite have the effort that they had earlier. The starch is out of them a little bit. But one mistake by us and they score a goal, that can change quickly.
Milner, McLean, and Wormuth in for Coach Hertenstein's Rough Riders. Burt and Daringer checking out.
Bert's still on.
Oh, Burt stays in. That's all I know is Daringer came off.
6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Triplet to Van Horst. Back to triplet. Good job filling that seam there, trying to find Chapman in the middle.
Yeah.
Nice job by Milner.
Yeah.
Stealing that ball away.
Nice. Cross.
Okay, so we've got a call here by the official. Not exactly. It must be a foul.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what it was. Just bumped him. Yeah, a million.
He let him play a little. I think that's part of the game that is somewhat difficult from every other sport that you watch.
Yes.
As soon as there's a foul, stop the play.
Stop the play. Where this went on, it didn't realize into an advantage, so the ref brings it back to the foul, which has only been in the game, I think it's 15 years at most. So, good ball.
Some beautiful passing by the Rough Riders.
Spencerville's done a good job to snuff those out. They're playing much tighter on the wings, more of a marking defense. So, but yeah, that going back has only been in for a short period of time in soccer's history, and it's one of the best new changes that they've made. Sometimes it's really confusing for fans, but for the players and the coaches, it's well taken.
Yeah, especially if you're a basketball fan, there's a foul, the whistle's blown, it's immediately stopped. And no matter what, it
is.
You could be losing that opportunity for a basket, but here the referee gets to wait and determine if the advantage is there. If it's lost, they're going to bring it back to the original point of the foul.
I've actually seen one this year where there was a foul and he allowed it to go forward. It did not turn into the scoring opportunity and brought it back for a penalty kick. Yeah. It should have been a penalty kick, but there was a scoring chance he was thought was going to be there, and the player fell and didn't get to it, so he gave the PK. Then I seen another one where it was clearly going to be a PK, but they scored, and no reason to go back. So I've seen both this year, which is really neat, and both on the professional level.
Again, want to give thanks to the sponsors who allow Rider Nation Station to bring this to you for today and, more importantly, for tomorrow into perpetuity. Glass Derringer Investment, VFW 9289.
Oh, look outside.
Oglaze Equipment Rental, Guarneri's Pizzeria. He got a little chip. Nobody was there, but it was a little far right. Guarneri's Pizzeria, Vogel's Bake Shop, and Minster Bank. So, Dave, I mentioned, we do this for today, but more importantly, we do it for tomorrow.
Yes.
Basketball, we've got the boys' Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The oldest inductee is a graduate of 1951.
Awesome.
What would you say if we found footage of him playing for Memorial?
Oh, that would be so cool. That would be awesome.
And we have it.
That's so cool.
It was just totally a fluke thing that it came about, and we not only have we almost have an entire decade's worth of the 50s films.
That's so cool.
People are going to be able to see, and that's what kind of keeps us going here. Is we think about 2021 or last year's run 2020, but think about when these kids are 70 years old.
Yes, you go back and you look at it. You're seeing a lot of the big schools that filmed in the 60s and 70s football games, and these games are going to have been available on the internet. I know a lot of the high school games from my high school are available that you can download.
Yep.
So that's neat where they get to see, what the game looked like when Grandpa played, and by doing this, when these young men are grandfathers, they'll be able to show the same thing.
Yep.
So that's great.
So a neat part of St. Mary's culture that is going to be revealed.
Oh,
got an opportunity here, and it is a goal.
Beautiful.
Beautiful goal.
Who was that?
I can't make out the number yet.
Looks like Cody.
It was Cody Burt, number 35.
Cody. He's been doing
He's just
that
not on
since
the
he was
defensive
little.
side. He made it happen offensively to bring the score to 4-0 St. Mary's.
He played for me on a select team and used to come from my right out back and take it all the way down and put it in the back of the net from the corner there, just like that. It's awesome to see.
I'm just watching on the broadcast, which is lapsing a little bit behind, and just got to watch that goal again. And Cody truly was a man on the mission. Yep. Right side, nobody was stopping him, and he got around two defenders, fired it right in the left side. Nice work by number 35, Cody Burt.
Spencerville's getting wore down a little bit. They put in a good effort.
Yep.
They made some nice tactical changes. I don't think it's working quite as well because we're attacking differently. So there were some changes on our side that have negated what they were doing.
And that's what you want to see when an adjustment is made on the
Yes.
defensive side. How are you going to react offensively? And St. Mary's has definitely made the modifications needed.
Nice ball.
That was a great ball trying to find Derringer on the through there and just a little bit ahead of him.
There was a particular team we played in the WBL who never made adjustments, and it was so great to coach against that team. Because you could make adjustments, and he just played what he played. So, and if you could figure it out and find their vulnerable spots, you could just go at it all day long.
Got a little bit of break. Like to thank Plus One Realty Professionals, Albert Sporting Goods, American Legion Post 323, Fowler's TV, Eagles Lodge 767, Speckman Automotive. We got a lot of great.
Nice save off the line. Beautiful job by the defender.
And a goal.
Oh, who's number 5 for us?
Was it 5 or 15? I think it might have been Jack Hertenstein who headed that away.
I think I can't see if it's Jack or not.
And I believe it was number 6, A.J. Boop, who scored.
And he's
a lot of
freshman.
pinballing going on. The great defensive play, and I do believe it was Jack Hertenstein.
It was Jack Herten. That was a beautiful header off. Didn't get the support. We should have cleared that into the parking lot, but
and the ball just happened to bounce right to number 6, A.J. Boop. He puts a right footer looper up and over into the left corner and scores to bring this score 4-1.
That header was beautiful and destined to score, beat the keeper. That's why you have guys back on post to do that, but that was well done, and then the finish. So Spencerville, let's see if they pick that pace back up. But
breathes a little bit of life into Spencerville, get the goose egg away, got 1 goal. But here's St. Mary's with the corner. Wormuth, he puts it up. Nice ball, nobody on the backside. Cleared away by number 15, Joel Van Gorder.
I hate when the ball comes in from a corner and neither team touches it. Oh, it was.
Wormuth fighting against number 7, Lehman. Derringer steals it, trying to find Hertenstein.
Oh.
And wisely and quickly cleared out by number 4, Carter Ringwald.
Absolutely.
Again, as we mentioned, Coach Van Gorder's team, 1 senior, 5 juniors, 3 sophomores, 2 freshmen on the starting lineup.
Yep. Oh, nice there.
Keller is going to scoop it up. He's going to throw, but we've got substitutions.
Joey's coming in.
That's something that we didn't talk about, Dave, as Joey Vanderhorst comes in for St. Mary's, number 16, Bo Miller for Spencerville. Sometimes they'll be standing on the line. They don't get to come in. Sometimes they do. So what is the predictor of, you get to come in, nope, you got to stay there?
You can come in on any possession that's yours, that starting from out of bounds, whether it's a goal kick, corner kick, throw in. You can also sub in on goal kicks for either team, or if I'm subbing on my throw in, you can substitute on my throw in. But so it carries quite a few opportunities to substitute.
So in that instance right there, that Keller, he was quick to throw in, but we had our substitute.
Yep. So we're bringing.
But right next to him was a Bearcat. So because we get to go in because of an offensive possession, they get a follow in with us.
Absolutely, and that's been a change. Another one of those changes that's happened over the years. You used to not be able to substitute on your opponents no matter what, and now you can. So that's another big positive change.
That last direct by Quinn Holtzapfel trying to find senior Connor Milner. Very close on that right side. Connor and the goalie kind of collided, but went out on Connor, and here we have a goal kick.
Yes. Spencerville hasn't put anything together since the goal. They've been in their own half. Oh,
There's a little
there's
extracurricular.
foul. That's
Yep.
going back that way. That was easy.
Keller gets right back
Nice
up, and
quick.
he's on.
You don't have to get 10 yards. You don't have to ask for 10 yards. You can go as quick as you can go, unless the referee sees something else and makes you start with a restart. But
Here's going to be a shot attempt by Vanderhorst. Just a little bit left.
I think he was shooting high in the first half, and the last couple, in even the first half in here, he's put down. Got some power behind it.
He's got power, and he's got a quick trigger. It doesn't take long for that ball to be on its way toward the box.
His accuracy tonight is not quite where it has been, so we'll see if he can dial it in.
Again, here at Rough Rider Field on the Schaff Auto scoreboard, St. Mary's 4, Bearcats 1.
Look center.
Nice spacing. Spacing is one of the biggest things that you're going to be looking for.
He's got the run down the middle by Windermuth.
Wormuth.
Yeah, Wilmuth. David.
Keller.
Yeah, he must be the foreign exchange student. I knew they had one, and I've never seen him.
Keller chasing that down. Drop to Ballwig, the keeper. He clears it out, finds Vanderhorst. Vanderhorst, last touch by
St. Mary's.
St. Mary's going to be a throw-in for number 3, Ryan Coverman.
And this is a much closer game when I first saw it on the schedule than I thought it would be. So,
I really like the effort the Spencerville's putting forth.
Absolutely. I love how far their programs come from just 6 years or 7 years. They haven't had it very long. And it was co-ed, and now it's not. So it's come a long ways. Being with our program from the beginning, I know the whole growing pains of it.
There's some trials and tribulations there, huh?
Absolutely. Just trying to field enough to have a team, and then trying to field enough to have a JV team. So
I think that's Wormuth on the right side. He's working hard. Gets cleared away by Spencerville, kept in bounds. There was Triplett that came up.
Cross the ball. Right idea.
Daringer back to Wormuth. There's a nice ball to Daringer. Daringer to the middle.
Shooter.
Hertenstein to the feet of the
He picks either corner.
Goaltender.
He did the right thing. He side-footed it. There was everything there, but it was directly where the goalie was.
Yep.
All he had to do was go left or right, and it's in. That's beautiful build-up and patience in the box. That's special. That's special. That's wonderful to see that we have that in this program.
How about some unselfish play by A.J. Daringer, who on the right side had an opportunity to fire it probably if he wanted to, but he brought it back to the middle and gave an opportunity for Hertenstein.
And the big thing is they're seeing it, and you look at that and you know, my chances are kind of low, and then you see one standing wide open. And the old adage from scorer like me, I'm going to pass that because the next time I'm wide open, you better give it to me.
Rounding out our sponsors, Oglaze Audiology, Rabel's Auto Service, American Manufacturing Solutions, Spees Chiropractic, Miller Funeral Home. We appreciate all of their efforts to allow Rider Nation Station to bring to you Rough Rider sports and more. Tomorrow night, Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell will be in action with the St. Mary's versus Van Wert football game. Should be a dandy. Check in, 7 o'clock is kickoff.
From the turf. So
good to be back home.
Yes, it's been last 2 weeks have been tough on the road.
But just because we're home, we don't have any easy games coming forth anytime soon.
It's the WBL, and this year it's pretty competitive. I could see a team winning it at 7-2.
Coach Bo Fry looking to get his team back on the winning track. They're 2-2, 2 straight losses, Wapak and OG.
Yeah, it's going to come down to a little bit better execution and a couple changes. Now they got through again. That's that.
Van Gorder. Van Gorder fires. He's going to get it through. They're going to get their second goal at the 13:45 mark with number 15, Joel Van Gorder, senior, making it happen. He's the captain, and he is the recipient of goal number 2 for the Bearcats.
And he's their only senior. So
that is correct. The only senior on the roster.
We're a little bit vulnerable when somebody goes to wreck like that. That's the second time that they've had an opportunity. First time they finished. So interesting.
He did a nice job with his speed and chasing that ball down. And
well, he slowed down. When he saw he couldn't outrun the defender, he slowed down, protected the ball, and made sure he got the shot where he wanted it and uncontested. So hats off to him for a beautiful goal. And now they're back in the game. I'd be a little concerned.
4-2, 13:20 to go.
Score.
St. Mary's, nice ball.
Beautiful ball.
Here comes
Keeper's
Milner,
out.
tries to get around. Nice work.
Got him.
Connor Milner,
That's
beautiful.
What you want to do. That's what you want to do.
Absolutely beautiful. Taking his time, making the goalie commit, and just easily going around and punching it in.
And we're back. We talked about it a lot last year, that FIFA minute and you score, we score. It's just so much. The statistics and all the research on that is just crazy.
But there's been a lot of beautiful goals tonight.
Yes.
And, Spencerville just had a very nice goal. Connor Milner just put on a
clinic
display with that patience and footwork to make that fifth goal for the Rough Riders happen.
And his confidence to use the right fundamentals to let the keeper make the decision. Oh, you're going to dive? Good. Now I'm going to make my decision instead of making the decision and then the goalkeeper reacts. And that is so hard to get scorers to understand. You want them to commit before you commit.
You're going to get a little anxious.
Yep.
But be patient. Good things will come.
It will. It's just excellent work. I'm really proud of them.
Keller with the throw in for St. Mary's.
No, there's no foul there. 15 come
Van
through
Gorder
again.
coming through, yep.
He must have a younger brother because I've heard the name a couple times. Shooter, 7. Oh, unselfish that time. Beautiful, beautiful. Now cross the ball. Back door,
Oh,
my goodness.
My goodness.
Wow.
That ball was beautifully crossed, I believe, by number 8, Will Gillespie, waiting on the far post. But number 9, Josh Henline.
That was all started by number 7 trusting his teammates. Early in the game, he didn't trust them, and now he did. And they rewarded it with the goal. That's beautiful.
So at the 11:52 mark, the gap has been closed
again
to 2 goals, 5-3.
Spencerville's.
That's going to be a thing of beauty to rewatch.
Absolutely.
Lots of beautiful goals tonight.
8 goals. That's. Here we go. FIFA minute. Gotta love the FIFA minute. Good ball.
St. Mary's wanting to extend that lead from 2-3. Nice chip ball. There's Connor Milner. No.
There's a good opportunity for offsides where we just took a throw in and our guy was clearly offsides, but you cannot be offsides on a throw in, and that's a hard part for a lot of casual fans or people watching the game to understand. Oh, beautiful give and go. Come on, one more cross. Oh, right idea, just didn't get no power.
Had a lot of goals scored here in a couple of minutes' time.
Yes. And both teams have picked up their pace. And we're taking some of the younger players off and went back to some of our beginning
Responding quickly.
Because I don't think Minker had been on at all until just now.
Number 8, Will Gillespie, with the goal, number 9, Josh Henline.
Take our time. Nice. Spread out. Now Spencerville left a big hole in the middle. It could cost them. Outside is open. Inside. Good ball.
I just rewatched the last Spencerville goal. Dave, that's just a thing of beauty.
It
when you
was.
get a chance to watch that replay, it is absolutely amazing.
I'm Rough Rider
Yep.
or die. But
Through and through. That was a
But
thing of beauty.
when you see something that's so good, you have to credit it. I mean, they did it. It was beautiful. Don't like it, but
Nope.
it was beautiful.
5-3, St. Mary's with the lead.
Yep, ride or die. But man, that was very good, especially for a young program.
Milner. Hertenstein chips back to Milner. Milner trying to get it turned and crossed. No avail. Kicked out by number 25 for Spencerville. We've got substitutions. Easton Kraft checking back in. Reese Triplett checking back in. And David Vermouth in for Coach Josh Hertenstein. Just about 9 minutes of action left here at Rough Rider Field on a beautiful St. Mary's evening. Great ball by Vermouth to Kraft, defended by number 4, Carter Ringwald, and the ball is heading towards midfield now. Settled by Vinnie Kraft, kicks to his brother Quinn. Quinn finds Vermouth.
Nice. I think he might shoot. Yep.
He looks to
Don't you-
fire left side of the goalpost.
Seen that coming.
You did.
Yep.
He
he's
was setting it
European.
up. The eyes were getting big, and
You
good
could just
strike,
see-
but just a little too far left.
He could have went another 10 yards closer before he took the hit, but he had it in his mind he was going to rip it. So if Spencerville gets another goal, this game could change quickly.
You know, earlier in the broadcast, we talked about Ottawa Glandorf, and you brought up within 6-7 minutes, we saw 3 goals scored
Yes.
by St. Mary's and
Yes.
totally changed the complexion, and that was right at the end of the game.
Yeah,
And it was just bing, bang, boom.
they were expecting to walk out of here 1-0 and walked out of here a 3-1
Yep.
loser. They got the revenge. They waited a year and they
Yep.
won 2-1 at their house. But
And as we mentioned before, the beauty of Rider Nation Station, you can go back to last year's broadcast and
Absolutely.
rewatch that last 7 minutes to see
which I
exactly
did not
what
too
we
long
talked about.
ago. I actually sat down and watched it because I couldn't remember exactly what all happened, and it was neat to see. Oh, beautiful. Joey.
Joey sized it up,
Yeah.
planted with the right, kicked with the left from the air.
His confidence to take that is just awesome. And if it went wildly over like some of my older players would, we have a joke. But his was actually had chances, so I like to see that.
Checking back in for Spencerville is number 6, A.J. Boop, the freshman, and he's the first Bearcat to get them on the scoreboard.
Yes. They're young.
Nice job, Cody Burt.
Yes.
Just a little too far forward for Vanderhorst.
Beautiful job, number 7. Oh.
Nice job, Cody Burt. Cody's done some nice job on the defensive side, but he also has a goal to his credit.
He does.
Chapman trying to find Vermouth. Vermouth.
Shooter.
He's going to shoot her again. Oh. Almost thought Chapman was going to step in front of that pass and make some things happen, but just got a little far in front of him.
Oh, come on, 7. Come on, 7.
There we go.
He had a chance if he'd have just turned on the Jets.
Chapman.
Oh.
Little miscue on the pass and another miscue.
Oh,
and
handball.
That was a handball there.
Handball? Nope.
Probably
Bueller? No.
the one official rotation put him in a position where he could not see that.
It. No. And you didn't hear anybody yell. It's one guy trying to control this game. He's done a great job.
Play on is the call. Vanderhorst trying to find Derringer. Derringer with a goal to his credit.
Nothing there.
That might be on Joey there.
Yeah,
a little too
that's
much
gonna
of
be
a
on
lean
Joey.
in. Kind of
Good call.
targeted that shoulder. It was
call.
shoulder, but he was a definite step and a lean.
Yep, Spencerville's going to get a little bit more desperate here last 5 minutes. Sure, hopefully it doesn't get too chippy. So
Nice
good
through ball to Chapman from
He's
Vermouth.
through.
He's got it
And he's
in.
got it.
Nice job by Chapman.
That's
Beautiful
textbook.
job because he's scoring that with the defender on his right side as he's
But he
kicking.
got the keeper to commit to the near post, and when the keeper went down, he was able to take and put the ball far post because his body had already committed. He transferred his weight, so there's no way he can get back.
Yep.
And you saw that the keeper's like half because you already transferred the weight. That's a finisher, and he's done well this year. He's a finisher.
And he is a finisher, but there was no way he could finish that if he didn't have a great lead ball by number 20, David Vermouth.
No, he's
great
had some
pass.
He's definitely a unselfish and player. I mean, he's taken some shots I wouldn't advise, but his passing's been very well. Well, FIFA minute. Let's see if they can go get one and get it back to 2.
6-3 is the score on the Schaff Auto Sales scoreboard. You know, one thing we haven't mentioned. Tell me where there's another better scoreboard.
Tell me, we got the stands, we got the press box, we got the dugouts. It doesn't get much better than this on a high school facility in middle America. You know what I mean?
Yep.
This is a cathedral. You know, it's beautiful.
It's been a work in progress, I would say, Dave.
Oh yes. Its original condition is nowhere where it is today. Ooh, that's close. Okay, he said get up. Good.
Here comes Vermouth, who had the assist on the last goal. Gets tangled up with a defender, still tangled up.
Yep.
Looks like it's a play-on situation.
Oh, Spencerville still got the ball.
Spencerville has a lot of fight in him left.
They do. There's number 15, the senior, and he's playing like one, too. Well done.
And he's going to get whistled for that one.
Well,
St. Mary's probably going to slow things down here, not be in that sense of urgency or trying to catch him off guard with the quick starts.
No hurry.
Restarted by Holtzapfel. Ball almost gets through, but headed away by number 4, Carter Ringwald.
Nice.
Kraft
Nice.
to the right side to Derringer. Derringer with the header up, trying to retrieve his own pass. Kicked away by the Bearcats.
Okay.
Cody Burt, he's been everywhere,
He's done a good
defensively
job.
and offensively.
He's done a good job. He's getting more confidence. Nice run in the middle. Like I said, you can't be
Get through,
offsides. Corner.
Going to be a corner for the Rough Riders. I think this is going to be corner number 6 for St. Mary's. Vanderhorst typically will have the responsibility for the corner duties when he's out. Is number 20, David Vermouth.
Interesting.
A little bit of a set play by design. There's number 8, but there's
Shooter.
Joey Vanderhorst.
He'll take that whack. Shooter.
A.J. Derringer.
There's
His
a
shot
lot of
low
white
on the
shirts
ground,
between
but
them and the goal. Spencerville is, you can see they're used to being attacked, and they play good zonal and team defense.
There's a few people out here with scorer mentality, and you gotta love that. They
Oh,
don't
yes.
they don't think, they don't hesitate. It's here comes the ball. Let me immediately try to put it in.
Like Chapman is a good example. His finish was clinical, but I seen some areas where if he there's some things he could do to even take it to that next level, but there isn't enough level on the finish. He got the goalie to transfer weight, do all these things all in a split second.
Yep.
With a defender on his hip and drops it in. I mean, that's fantastic. Like I said, there's another level to the game he can get to, but when it comes to finishing, that's as clinical as Messi can do it.
Chapman had that scorer's mentality from about 30. Quick punch shot there, it just went wide right. We're just about at the 30-second mark, as you can see at the picture-in-picture. St. Mary's going to come away with a 6-3 victory here at Rough Rider Field.
Oh, unless they give one cheap one late. All right, that should just about do it.
One throw in. Cody's going to be slow to get this ball thrown in.
Dump it down? No, I'd have dumped it down in the corner.
5, 4, 3.
Just shield. Yep. It's over. Awesome.
All righty.
Well done.
That Schaff Auto Sales scoreboard read 6-3. St. Mary's victorious. Dave, it's good to be back on live stream, bringing folks all over the world Rough Rider soccer.
It's a pleasure to be here. I love what I'm seeing. Love the enthusiasm. It's nice to see not just the parents but other fans here at the game and using this great facility. And it's great to see it continue to grow.
Yep. Hopefully you get a chance to go back, and we had 9 goals tonight.
Yes.
And every one of them was spectacular in their own right.
Both sides.
It'd be kind of hard to gauge which one was the best goal out of the 9. I think I do have a front runner, but
I do too.
Go back and watch and tell folks and share that this is what happens with high school sports, and support your Rough Riders. Support the sponsors who make this happen for Rider Nation Station, and they include Glass Derringer Investment, VFW 9289, Auglaze Equipment Rental, Gwen Aries Pizzeria, Vogel's Bake Shop, Minster Bank, Plus One Realty Professionals, Albert Sporting Goods, American Legion Post 323, Fowler's TV, Eagles Lodge 767, Speckman Automotive, Auglaze Audiology, Rabel's Auto Service, American Manufacturing Solutions, Spees Chiropractic, and Miller Funeral Home. Thanks to all of those for allowing us to do what we do, as I mentioned, for today, but more importantly, for posterity's sake. Dave, last comments?
Yeah, I love what I'm seeing, and I love to see that their praying has continued with the program. And the final thing I have is a shout-out to my love of my life, my wife, Christine. Happy birthday.
I think I saw that. I'm like, ooh, I'm pulling you away from birthday celebration. So happy birthday, Mrs. Ring, and we will be back on the 20th for boys soccer broadcast, and then also that week, the 23rd, with Shawnee, Van Wert and Shawnee for next week. For Dave Ring and cameraman Rich Spencer, I'm Doug Spencer. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.